Now, Hamas has reiterated that it is ready to implement an immediate ceasefire with Israel in Gaza based on a proposal made by the US President Joe Biden months ago. A Hamas delegation met Qatari and Egyptian mediators in Doha on Wednesday to discuss a truce in Gaza and a potential hostage and prisoner exchange deal. Now, Israel calls it a sign of pressure on the Hamas, claiming big damage inflicted on the ranks. The Defense Minister, Yoav Gallant, has come out with a letter he claims was sent to Hamas chief Yahya Sinwar by a former commander. The letter admits to Hamas facing a difficult situation, the loss of rocket capabilities and anti-tank launchers damaged or destroyed. The U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken has indicated that a new proposal will be presented soon. Now, on the other hand, Israel admits that military pressure on Hamas endangers the hostages. Netanyahu's government continues, however, to stress on the importance of military pressure on the Hamas. The Prime Minister has repeatedly said concessions will encourage the Hamas. 6 hostages were reportedly murdered in a Gaza tunnel last month as the IDF troops neared. On the ground, there are continued signals of war fronts opening up beyond Gaza. On the northern border, Hezbollah and Hamas claimed responsibility for over 100 rockets fired on Israel from Lebanon. Israel said it struck terror targets in response. Now, things are also heating up on the Israel-Syria front. A day after Israeli troops raided a weapons site in Syria, removing equipment and documents, an Israeli strike on a highway near Damascus is reported to have caused casualties. The UNRWA has criticized Israel for the strike that killed 6 of its workers in the occupied West Bank. The IDF says that the men were armed with explosives, which posed a threat to Israeli forces. Now, within Gaza, the World Health Organization says it has been confident that a giant polio vaccination drive in Gaza has hit its targets of reaching more than 90% of the children under the age of 10. The WHO says it has evacuated nearly 100 people, including dozens of children, to UAE, calling for regular medical transfers out of the enclave to be allowed to resume in the form of medical corridors. And for the very latest on this, our correspondent Jody Cohen has sent us this report from Israel.
Said that it's committed to an earlier proposal for a deal. Now, Hamas had previously demanded 29 amendments, and it's not clear if these have been conceded. Hamas is still demanding that Israel leaves the Philadelphia corridor on the Egyptian border, but Israel has said it won't leave in the first phase, as Hamas could rearm and smuggle hostages out. And after Hamas recently executed 6 hostages, Prime Minister Netanyahu said that concessions to Hamas would encourage them to murder more. US Secretary of State Antony Blinken has indicated that a new proposal would be presented soon. Meanwhile, the UN has criticised Israel for a strike that killed 6 of its workers in Gaza. Israel's envoy suggested that the UN investigates what atrocities those killed were committing. And on the northern border, Hezbollah and Hamas claimed responsibility for 100 rockets fired at Israel from Lebanon. Israel said it struck terror targets in response, and in the latest, Syrian media is saying that Israel killed 2 near its shared border. This is Jody Cohen for WION World is One.
For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.